straight to was it Mummy Yoda, and used a picture of the Gremlin from Gremlins 2 that had the sex change.
But I wanted to ask you, Shaq. I wanted to ask you why you don't like Gremlins. I wanted to ask you why.
When I saw it as a kid, it scared the living bejesus out of me when I was a kid.
So you have little childhood freak show moments where you're actually scared of it.
I'm not scared of it anymore. I just don't care for it. But when I was a kid, I was terrified of it.
You know what I want to make? I want to make. If I had the money, I would make a Christmas alien movie. Like
an alien movie, that would be good.
Just
Alien, or just Alien in general.
One alien. It's like Alien, the movie Aliens, but it takes place at Christmas time. Like Prometheus. Prometheus is on Christmas. But I wouldn't mind doing that. Like Die Hard, like just make it at Christmas time, but it's an alien.
The funny thing when my mom, she saw Aliens in theater, and she told me once that she was watching the scene where the crawler things come out of the person's stomach, and she said she felt hungry. I'm like, okay. I thought that scene was pretty disgusting, to be honest, and I'm like, okay, Mom. She's a sucker for those kind of stuff. She likes creature feature flicks and stuff like that. She's a creature nut.
Yeah, I like that sort of stuff too. Like, but then a lot of that stuff like from the 80s, it wasn't that it was scary. It was sort of kitsch.
Yeah, and that's the cool thing, and that's what we were getting back to Gremlins. That's for you to. This is just how I interpreted it from you. What you were telling me, Shaq, is that since you said that Gremlins freaked you out, that's Alien is what that is to me. Like that freaked me out. I saw it when I was like 9, and I was terrified. I couldn't sleep at all. My dad showed it to me. He's like, "Here, check this out." I'm like 9 years old. He shows me.
Oh no.
Anyway, but the point. I still love the show. I still love the movie so much, even though it terrified the living hell out of me. So anyway, how long has it been since you've seen Gremlins? That's what I'm getting.
Oh my god, it's been ages since I've seen the movie.
I think you should try it. Just give it a try. It's a damn good movie.
Released in '84. No, the director was Joe Dante. Screenwriter was Chris Columbus.
Okay, so yeah.
Oh, Chris Columbus.
A Saturn Award for Best Director.
So yeah, you mentioned Jaws. I love Jaws too. It's one of my favorite films of all time. It's a classic, of course. But I always make fun of Jaws. It's like, oh no, a shark attack? Call the cops. Like the cops can do anything.
Call the SWAT team on Jaws. Yeah.
Have you guys been watching The Witcher? Have you guys been watching that?
I actually found it today. I actually found it on an app, and I was watching it today. It looks pretty good.
It's so freaking good.
I still need to watch the rest of it, but it looks good so far.
It's my favorite. Like if they play their cards right and they keep this going like they're going. I mean, it's definitely has like a much lower budget than Game of Thrones, but I think that if they keep it going, and if they keep it, keep the fan base, enthralled, keep everything really awesome, and keep the characters great, and introduce new characters and go crazy with it, they could make this and do another Game of Thrones. I mean, there's a void, and HBO knows it. They've created a void after destroying the ending of that was just horrific. It was a horrible, horrible mess. And so you've got hundreds of thousands of people like me, and like maybe you guys. I'm not sure if you loved Game of Thrones, but I loved that series. I loved it. I rewatched, like every time a new season came out, I would rewatch all of the seasons just to catch up to because I loved that show. Not every single time, but almost every single time I would continuously watch that because I love that show. Cool. And I think that this show, if they play their cards right, it could become the next Game of Thrones if they do it right. I think it's so damn good. I love it.
Hopefully they just keep on doing what they're doing best. Like The Mandalorian, for example.
Game of Thrones. I think it was the first 2 seasons I was into it, and then I sort of thought, well, if I want to watch boobs and dragons, I've got the internet. Yeah, I found the story was meh. It didn't really do it for me.
Okay.
The whole sort of medieval political intrigue was sort of like, eh.